Hi, this is a video for a Honda. It's a Civic EX automatic, registered EX59LTU. Car's only covered 34,000 miles, and as you can tell from the grille on the front, this is the facelift version of this generation Civic. Car being this generation now comes with the big glass panoramic roof, which you can see in black on the top there, and a full black leather interior with heated seats. Car's been wonderfully serviced by Honda and is in an absolutely superb condition. I've deliberately done this video before we've actually valeted the vehicle, just to show you exactly how it came to us. For obvious reasons, I normally do these obviously after we've prepared the cars, but just to go around the car for you. Obviously, lenses on the front there, completely clear, and then you've got that grille there with the extra venting slats. On the bonnet there, generally very good. There's obviously a few sort of minor little stone chips on there, which we'd obviously sort of touch in, but they are very few and far between. Just coming down the front offside wing here, absolutely clean as a whistle. Tyre on the front there looks like it's brand new virtually. It's got absolutely tons of tread, and the alloy's in absolutely superb condition. Wing mirror housing completely good, glass and repeater intact, no cracks or otherwise, or misting up. Come down the panel work, it really is mirror smooth. It's so clean and crisp. Rear tyre, as with the front, it's got tons of tread, and the alloy again just looks like brand new. Just to come down here, just to show you the angle, because it really is clean and crisp as you like on that flank there. Come around the back of the car, obviously got parking sensors now as standard on the Civics, which is a real must. They're colour coded so they blend in beautifully with the back of the car. So coming to the near side of the vehicle, again it's pretty much mirror smooth down the side. I can't see any indentations at all on there, not even any sort of tiny little soft dents. There's nothing at all. So near side, this is where if you're going to get any damage on wheels, this is where they'll be, but there's nothing on this alloy at all. And again, the tyres absolutely got tons and tons of tread on it. Wing mirror housing again, completely intact, no marks on there at all. And then this wing. Final wheel, again, absolutely unmarked, and tyre, which matches the other front one, in superb condition. And then finally, lenses on this side, completely clean and intact with no marks on them at all. So externally, apart from what you'd expect to see after 6 or 7 years, a few very tiny little stone chips on the bonnet, you look at the car, which is in absolutely superb condition. So coming to the boot area of the car, absolutely huge boot on the Civic, parcel shelves all there and intact. Again, considering we haven't cleaned the car, it is an absolutely amazing condition. It's just, it as befits the mileage clearly. 60/40 fold on the rear seats, power outlet there as well, and then extra little stowage areas. And as you probably know, on these Civics, you've got a little extra cubby hole underneath, or you just pull it back, drop it down, and then you've got an extra 6 or 7 inches of boot space in there. Coming to the back of the car now, we've got the near side rear door card, which is completely unmarked. I've got the seats in the back in their vertical position. This shows off the magic seat affair which you get with the Civics. It's such a brilliant idea, so simple. But all the plastics, everything in the back of the car, back of the seats, which you can take a batching from kids' feet, are completely unmarked. And door card on the offside in very good condition as well. I can't see a mark on there. Drop these down, pull the lever up, drop it down. It's as simple as that. It's beautifully engineered by Honda. And then that shows off the black leather there, which is in absolutely superb condition. Tons and tons of rear leg room, so you get a big boot and rear leg room, which is obviously normally compromised. Right, coming to the front of the car now. So driver's door card here. You see you've got this new style trim on these later facelift, far less prone to wear. Higher quality plastic grade that they use, graded plastic they use on these later Civics as well. Sill area all in very good condition. The car benefits from a full set of Honda overmats on the vehicle as well, but the leather work is absolutely superb. It just looks like, pretty much like brand new. It's amazing. And passenger seat there as well. EX spec now gets the glass panoramic roof, so just press the button back and then you can open it up. So on dull days like today, you can have it wide open there. Hot summer's days, it was a bit too glaring, just press a button and close it over. Right, so I'm inside the car now. Obviously the engine's running as it has been all the way through. Just quickly pan down here just to show you full set of locking wheel nuts for the Honda, which obviously came with the vehicle when it was new, so they're all there, and the owner's manual as well. Just to go around the dashboard, in absolutely super condition. Brilliant dashboard, more of which in the video to follow. Nice simple radio. Pixelation is all absolutely spot on the readout above as well. Climate control system buttons there. Again, everything works exactly as it should. Come down here. Obviously, this is now a full automatic, not the sort of semi I-shift thing that they had previously. So it's reverted to a normal gearbox on the car, which some prefer, but it works absolutely beautifully. Down here, obviously extra storage areas, and you've got your heated seat buttons. They all work absolutely perfect. They check them on the test drive that follows, and they work really very nicely indeed. Then coming across here, we've got the multifunction steering wheel. So we've got audio top left, cruise control top right, and information display buttons bottom right there. Sorry. Then we've got this two-tier dashboard. No warning lights on the car. The only light you can see there is obviously fuel light. And just to pan in nice and close, you can there see 34,535 miles. But it's all in absolutely super condition. As I said, it won't take the valet more than 5 minutes to give this car a clean. It's been kept so well. Just to quickly show you, obviously power folding mirrors on the Civic and working absolutely perfectly. This video for a Honda Civic. It's a 1.8 EX model, automatic, and this is the facelift version, so it's the full auto car now. Car is registered EX59LTU. Mileage at the start of this brief road test is 34,467 miles. The reason, as I try to explain on each of my videos, the reason we do the videos now is really because we want people who are going to be investing time and money to come and see us, and we've got customers now from all over the near continent and the extremes of the UK, just to give them the confidence to know that if they're making the trip out to us, they can at least see the car in operation that they are coming to see. This is the very car we're talking about, and if there's any issues with the car, I can let you know about them before you come and see the vehicle, so you're not going to waste a trip. What I try and do on the road test is to do basically the same as you'll do yourself, and that's just, I'll go through it one by one and just feedback anything I can to you. Clearly, with such a low mileage and such a lovely service history, I'd hope not to report anything, and having literally just picked up the car from the delivery company that's just driven it to us over 100 miles, and they were eulogising about it, so this should be quite a simple one. I start with the engines. This is a 1.8 VTEC Honda engine, absolutely brilliant engines, I love them. This particular example, very smooth revving, incredibly sweet to rev, idles absolutely perfectly, starts on the button, there's no strange noises at all. Dashboard's completely clear of any warning lights on the vehicle, anything, not just the engine. These units run cam chains, so there's no cam belt service scheduled for the vehicle at all, so that saves a huge amount of running costs, and in my opinion obviously it's the correct way to join the top and the bottom of an engine, not with a piece of rubber. The engines are noted for smooth running and incredibly long lasting. We just don't really have any issues with them at all, and we've sold probably well over 1,000 of them now. The engine then goes through the automatic gearbox, and this is now the full automatic, not the I-shift of the earlier models. It's a very sweet shifting gearbox. It's a very typical Honda Auto, really nicely done, very high quality. It changes gear perfectly. There's no clunks or bangs when you put it into gear, into park, or into neutral, or back again, into drive. Sorry, it's just it changes gear absolutely superbly. You've got to bear in mind that obviously Honda's domestic markets are Japan and America, and they basically don't like stick shifts, as they call it over there. So they have to build the gearboxes incredibly tough, and they certainly do. With, again, never touch one of these boxes. They're just they're incredibly well made. When you look at them combined, you're looking at sort of 40 or so to the gallon out of the car. It's a very, very efficient drivetrain. So in terms of the power unit and the gearbox, I can't find any fault with the car in that way. Driving the car now, steering's got no vibration back through the steering wheel. I mean, it tracks absolutely bullet straight. What I'm looking for when I'm driving these cars is not just the fact that, yes, it'll steer nicely, but the fact that can I feel any kind of wear through the steering. Sometimes you can, even though it steers okay, it just feels a little bit loose, and as though mechanically it's trying to catch up with itself. But this one is, it is as tight as a drum. It really is. It's a horrible corner. I don't know why I went this way. Oh, at least you get to see accelerate. You just see how smooth that gear change is. Just can't feel it at all. It's amazing. So yeah, basically, yeah, steering absolutely spot on. There's no, again, sometimes you can feel underneath a little bit of vibration, or a little bit of that suggests a bit of wear in track rod ends or ball joints, and there's nothing at all. It's incredibly precise. Suspension on the car goes about its business absolutely perfectly. You can hear it go over the bumps as you're meant to. But again, I'm really feeling for kind of these little aftershocks and little metallic clanks underneath. Again, that will suggest things that, where you might have an anti-roll bar link or a little ball joint. Again, just a little bit of play, and there's nothing. There's not a hint of wear in this car at all. It drives absolutely beautifully. At speed now, again, listening out for things like wind noise that shouldn't be there. It's very hushed in here. Which again means that I can't detect any sort of seals gone in windscreens or windows, which may have perished over the years. But it's very civilized, very, very quiet in here. Air conditioning is blowing out absolutely ice cold air. It really is. So the air conditioning system is working perfectly on the vehicle. Brakes, I'm just going to give them a quick jab. Just check the car behind. There's no one there. Yeah. Nose dives dead straight down, doesn't pull left, doesn't pull right, and the pedal's exactly at the right point on the brake pedal itself, so all good there. Coming to the dashboard of the vehicle, this is one of my I'm horrendously biased, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm fed up of sitting in family cars where they're just variations on the theme. They're all dull, or they're sort of over stylized and over quirky for no good reason. Honda have got a fantastic looking dashboard here. It's not style over function. It works perfectly. So this is the later version. You've got the much higher quality plastics. All this has changed now, much more resistant to sort of scratching and accidental marking. It's always been a beautifully assembled interior, and this is no different. But what you've got essentially is you've got this lovely high-up display there for your ventilation and radio. Pixelation's all perfect on there. Really simple, easy-to-use radio for old fogies like me. Just nice big dials, dead simple to use, utterly reliable, and it's just all a very, very high-quality affair. So the air conditioning system here, again, just an absolute doddle to use. It really is, and it's dual zone, so you can do it side to side. There's my delivery driver, and it works perfectly. Everything's got a lovely sort of click feel about it. Best part of the dashboard for me is this two-tier section here, where you got the speedo and then the binnacle down below. Reason Honda did this, very, very clever design. That high-up display there basically means I can look at the car in front, as I'm driving at speed, but still take in the speed I'm going without having to take my eyes off the road. And it works absolutely brilliantly, and it really doesn't need to be underplayed. It's such a clever design, and works perfectly. If you set your seating position up perfectly, the rim here doesn't get in the way of that, doesn't get in the way of the binnacle below. Binnacle below is obviously a more conventional layout, slightly different to other cars in the respect that it's kind of like a hologram, because it comes out towards you. That sort of harks back to the old Preludes. So you've got information display right in the centre, so you can look at sort of MPGs, who's sat in what seat, or who's got seat belts engaged, and then you've got a lovely big, bold, very legible and clear rev counter there. To the left, we've got tells me what gear I'm in. Obviously, for your automatic, you can look at the readout there rather than looking down at the gear lever, and then your temperature, your fuel gauge on the right. But it's all in absolutely fantastic condition in here. I mean, bear in mind, literally it's just arrived. We've not valeted it, not cleaned it, not tarted it up in any way, shape or form, and the car drives perfectly. I cannot fault it. And for those who are expecting me not to fault it because we're in sales, well, yes, I'm here to sell the car quite clearly. But if you've seen any of my previous videos on our cars, in amongst them you'll find that I have picked up on issues which we've then attended to very quickly. And you know, it's normally where, you know, sort of windscreen wipers or brake shutter or something like that, but you know, that's the purpose, is just to give you the reassurance. Also worth pointing out that now we've moved to our new location out here just off the M5, you'd be driving on these lovely quiet roads, so no more trying to beat the traffic in Bristol as we had in the past. Basically, obviously I hope the video has been a help. If there's anything I've missed on the video that I should have pointed out, then, you know, please don't hesitate, do give us a call. But based on my drive in the vehicle today, you can rest assured the car drives absolutely beautifully, and you know, anyone come to see it will be delighted by it.